Hey friends, it's Chris from the Resourceful Church Musician. I've been posting a bit today just because I want to walk you through the process of what I'm going through to set my choir up for rehearsal success via the platform Zoom. Maybe you've had the opportunity to catch one of our live training sessions, which we'll do more of those here in the next few days. So you'll be hearing from me about that. But I'm currently working on putting together the communication for tonight's rehearsal based on some things that the organist at our church and myself just accomplished together. So we put together some videos for our Zoom rehearsal tonight. And what I've decided to do is open up rehearsal as I typically would and have folks converse with one another and just catch up. And when we start moving into the meat of rehearsal, instead of me just at my piano working through parts and difficult passages with my choir members, what I'm going to do is put a few different videos in front of them. They're actual full run-throughs of pieces that we're currently working on. So in just a second, I'll show you one of those videos. We recorded The Majesty and Glory of Your Name, He Never Failed Me Yet. We did Kyrie by John Levitt and a couple other pieces. And the idea for tonight's rehearsal is to have the choir sing full run-throughs with me conducting in front of them on Zoom, but doing that with videos that we pre-recorded earlier in the day. So we just finished those videos, and I'll play one for you in just a second. And then what I'm going to do is intersperse kind of a Q&A session between each video, so that if choir members have a question about something, if I want to work through a difficult passage in the piece, I have the opportunity to do that, or just to highlight something that they need to be thinking about after we look at each video. So here is one. This is He Never Failed Me Yet. I haven't edited it down yet, so there may be a bit of talking prior, but this is the video. So, I've set up rehearsal, and now we're going to move into our first piece. Here's He Never Failed Me Yet. And this is what the choir members will see. And so I won't play the whole thing for you, but you can see that will give my choir the ability to do a full run-through with me conducting, and the audio of the piano and my conducting gestures are together because we pre-recorded those videos. So that's something you can very easily put together yourself if you're using a platform like Ecamm or even Zoom. Like, you could share your screen during Zoom, and your choir members would be able to see the video like I just showed you, and they would be able to also hear the piano audio. So that's something I'm trying out tonight, and I think it's going to go really well. And then what I would do is, stop the video, as I just have stopped it now, to talk with you and just open up a conversation with my choir about some of the things that we want to be thinking about when we're singing that particular piece. And then I would move on to the next video. And so when you're doing that, one of the things you've got to keep in mind in setting your choir up to rehearse well with pre-recorded tracks like that are PDFs to the music. So let me show you what I've done here. In addition to pre-recording, we did 5 videos for tonight's rehearsal. It took about 30 minutes once we got the tech set properly. We had some glitches in the beginning, but I was able to solve that pretty quickly by just changing out the computer. And then it took us about 35 minutes to record all 5 videos. And then what I've done is I've put together a packet. Let me share this with you. A packet of um, PDFs for my choir members. So here you can see, if I share my screen with you, the PDF packet. So I've got all of the pieces in this packet that I just uploaded to my site and I sent out to the choir members. There's about 47 pages. And what I'm doing is having them, or just asking them to pull these up on a separate device so that they can view that a little easier, as well as watch me conduct and hear the music on the video. So having them open up their PDFs on a separate device, say they're using their desktop computer or their laptop computer for Zoom, well, what they want to do on their iPad is open up the PDF packet that I send out through email. And so what I'm doing in my email solicitations to the choir, communication, there you go, to the choir, and I'll actually show you that too. We use constant contact. What I'm doing is saying, hey friends, we're going to rehearse a few pieces this evening. Here's a link to the Zoom room, so I send them the Zoom link. And here's a link to the score PDFs that you need for rehearsal. I'd recommend you view the sheet music on a separate device if possible. See you at 7 p.m. And so just a quick little note, I do that through email, and then I also put it in our choir Facebook group, which I highly recommend that you guys get one of those set up if you don't have one already. And then we're set up for rehearsal success tonight. So, we quickly we'll set up rehearsal and have some conversations. I always like to allow people a few minutes to talk prior. And then when we get into the meat of rehearsal, it's just piece, Q&A, piece, Q&A. And I've got 5 of those that we'll probably get to tonight. And if I don't get to all of them, that's okay. I like to keep my Zoom rehearsals between an hour and 15 minutes. And then we'll just, we'll have a great time talking tonight and actually get some work done in rehearsal. So that's my process that I'm going through for this evening. I hope that helps you. I hope that, gets you thinking about some ways that you can interact with your choir in rehearsals. And just, I highly recommend that you take advantage of a platform like Zoom, the free version. Start out with that. And it may be just fine for you going forward, the free version of Zoom. If you want a little more time than 40 minutes per session without getting kicked off, then you just go up to the first basic paid level, and that's $15 a month, and that's zoom.us. So, I'm always happy to answer questions too. You can just send me an email at chris@theresourcefulchurchmusician.com, and I can answer your questions. They are all about your digital rehearsals. And